Co. What up, Noah? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the jet, yeah, shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Bring it back to turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle Co. From 7 to 9. Come kick with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle Co.
Witness. Kade Anderson, CG 9 innings, 130 pitches. A performance for the ages as Kade Anderson completely shuts out Coastal Carolina for 9 innings. Wow. Like, I'm still in awe of what I just witnessed. This is the second post-game show in a row where I'm feeling the way that I am currently feeling.
Tingle.
I'm tingling all over.
I'm going.
Wow. I mean, Kade Anderson, what a performance. I mean, it started off rough. Obviously, he gets a base on balls, second batter of the game. Then there's a pass ball right after that, another walk, 2 batters later. Gets out of it with a strikeout. The second inning, his third walk of the game. Gets out of that one with a strikeout as well. Starts the third with a hit by pitch. Gets out of that one with a strikeout as well. Top of the fourth, gets started with a double, leadoff double. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Kade Anderson, Lord have mercy. What a show. What a performance. We told you this morning, Coastal Carolina, they got a heck of a lineup. Really good team. 1 through 9 can perform. They haven't seen anybody like Kade Anderson. Wow.
Kid from Covington.
Oh, here we go. This
I
guy.
had to say
I haven't heard
the kid from
this
Covington.
man rep St. Paul's ever until after tonight.
I mean, why should I?
Walking through the stadium. I graduated with that guy.
I didn't say that.
Shout out
loud.
to you, Christian.
I told you all that.
I know.
But the kid from Madisonville. Let me get it right.
Oh my God, hometown. Born in the same hospital.
No, Mandeville, and I was born at East Jefferson Hospital. Not the same hospital as Kate, I doubt. But the kid from Covington.
He was probably born like the same way Jesus was born. He just appeared. I don't know who the dad is. Actually, I do. Don't know who the mom is. Actually, I do. Yeah. But that was a walk-on water performance tonight.
I mean, that is one.
It puts him on the Mount Rushmore.
Yes. I mean, as rough of a night as your offense had, it doesn't matter.
When there's notes in about the 6th.
Do what?
When there's notes.
4th. The notes.
We got Noah. We got him, boys. We got him down to the people.
The notes had been packed out every game until today. After the bottom of the 4th, I went down and watched with the fellas.
How much more fun is it?
It was outstanding. I couldn't.
That pinky's not good for another. He might have to make it one more game. Might have to make it 2 more games.
Hey, I will be down there with the people, man. That was as good of a performance as I have ever witnessed with my 2 eyes. I've seen a lot. I've watched a good amount of baseball in my 23 years of life. That one rivals another one that's sitting in my mind right now.
Wake Forest.
It's right there with it. Like, dude.
Complete game. We said it before the game where we were going. In a perfect world, Kade Anderson gives you none because we were talking to who's our guy inside LSU baseball.
Jason Armstrong.
Jason Armstrong. When it wasn't his fault. It was just a little bit of miscommunication on my side where he was saying if you can get Kade to go 7.
If Coastal looks up and Kade Anderson's pitching,
they're in
7,
trouble.
They're in trouble.
And I said, perfect world, it should be 9 because
he's
not coming out. And you saw that happen in the 9th where Yetsky takes that slow stroll to the mound, and everybody was waiting with bated breath to see if it's going to be Yetsky or Jay Johnson. You see Yetsky go, okay, good, because we talked about this in the Uber on the way over here.
Yeah.
Where it's like you'd have to take that ball out of his cold, dead hands, and I'll contend that I would lose like that. I would have lost with Kade Anderson on the mound in the 9th with the chance to close it out. I didn't want to see anybody else take that ball because he's earned that spot. He's earned that ability to go out there and close that game out because you'll never see him in the purple and gold again. Not on the starting bump, probably not in relief. I would say definitely not in relief. Like, I don't know how much. I don't know. He would try.
You're not going to see him.
He'll ask for it.
You're not going to see him again.
What was it, 135 pitch count?
130.
Yeah,
and he was unbelievable. And I had some text out some people that were watching on TV because where we were watching from, it was hard to distinguish what the strike zone was like. And they're like, it's actually extremely good. And I was like, okay. Because being on the LSU side of it, 90-10 contingency, I would say.
Oh, I mean,
it was
95-5.
unbelievable. Unbelievable how many Tiger fans were there. And so they're booing every call that isn't a third strike. And you're like, oh, I don't know. Because I try to watch with as least bias as I can while I'm in there. Like,
right.
You've seen me, and I do really, like, don't cheer that much until I feel like I have to or feel like it's needed. But for those type of things, I'm not booing every call. I'm not doing any of that. So I just try to watch it. I try to put feelers out to see, like, is it bad or good? And like, this is one of the best zones we've had in college baseball up to this point. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what somebody told me. I was watching on TV.
I had no reference point. I put in the top of the
chat,
second.
let us know.
In the top of the second, I put down need opinions on zone.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea. It seemed like maybe Kade was getting squeezed, but I think my biggest thing with strike zones has nothing to do with balls, or if it's consistent for both sides, I'm cool with it. Like, I don't care if it's tight or if it's a wide open zone. If you're given the same calls each way, and I feel like they were. And Fluky pitched a great game. 6 innings, only allowed 4 hits, 1 run, ended up being the only run scored for both sides. Monster Milam swinging a great stick. RBI single in the bottom of the first. LSU strikes first and hold on after that to get the win. They win 1-0 to go ahead 1-0.
Coastal's for real.
That's a very good baseball team. It took a legendary performance from the best pitcher in college baseball to win that baseball game. You won 1-0. Now, Coastal Carolina, a very good program. LSU,
very good program.
You just saw them win a game in a complete different way than you've seen them win every other game so far in the College World Series.
Oh, yes, certainly in the College World Series, but I was saying this early. I was talking to my brother, who's an absolute lunatic. If you haven't heard of Sean, like, I get 18 phone calls during the game when he knows I clearly can't answer. But I said this shows what LSU has kind of done all year. They can win a multitude of ways. If they have to out-hit you, they'll out-hit you. If you want to play a pitcher's game, if it's Kade Anderson and Anthony Ianson, they can play that game too, and that's what makes them such a dangerous baseball game. We said it in the pre-show, like in the pregame, where it's like LSU can beat you both ways.
Yes.
It's certainly when you have those two guys on the mound. You had one of those guys tonight. You saw Kade Anderson go out there, and, I mean, that's a pipe dream of what you need from LSU, to not use anybody in your pen and people that you trust now, where it wouldn't have been like
we rattled off 8 guys easy.
That's when I knew it might have been a complete game, because he did that the last time when he went 150. Like, I'm not letting anybody on base.
No.
You don't have an opportunity to take me out the baseball game. And Jay was like, I'm on the top step. Like, if you put one person on, I'm coming to get you. Same situation. I'm not letting anybody on. And then it gets to the 9th where it's one guy on?
Yep.
Too bad. Now you're definitely like, now
it's 2 outs and then there's a walk.
Right. And it was a close walk. Like, he was still competitive. And it became, I'm going to ride with the horse that got me here. Yep. And kudos to Jay Johnson. We talk about the analytics, the numbers, all of the moves that he has to make. He still has that little bit of, I'm coaching with my gut. Like, it would be a disservice to Kade Anderson to take him out of that baseball game, and he knows that better than I do. But it felt like whenever you were waiting for somebody to come out of the dugout, you're like, it better not be Jay, because that would be the first time I would absolutely disagree with the decision he's made. And it probably could have been the right way. It could have been Chase George, one pitch, see ya. But it just felt like, let that guy finish this thing off. And I'm sorry if that's from a homer perspective or just like getting to know Kade through Christian, but he doesn't want to come out that baseball game.
Right.
And you honestly, what he's done this year, you owe him that moment. And like, to be able to finish that thing off.
Not just that, but Kade didn't show.
And he was pitching great.
Kade didn't show you anything to waver him.
No.
There was no hard balls to the warning track. There was no doubles. There was no home runs. It felt silent. Like, every time Coastal was up to bat, it was like, all right, like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Like, this is boring. Like, hold on, the alcohol's hitting. Like, I'm tired.
I'm going to get kicked out by an old lady. He got kicked out by an old woman in a stroller.
Almost did.
Whole game.
But yeah,
when LSU got up to bat, it was like, all right, let's get back
well,
into this thing.
Kade was never shook.
Never.
He never looked off. He never looked tired. He never looked like he was on. It was his game
to win. And
he did it. He went out there and did it. And then on the second level of that,
can we get a quick 2 claps?
Kade
Anderson?
3 claps. 3 claps. Ready. There it is.
There we go, boys.
Yes, beautiful. Come on now. No, I mean, that was...
I'm not opposed to standing O. Absolute hat tip performance, brother. So good.
I mean, like, as good as it gets. And then on the second level of that, you want to talk about why he was pitching so confident? The guys behind him. On top of what he had, his stuff, his pitches, the guys he had on third base, at shortstop, at second base, at first base, center, right, left, the guys on this LSU defense. Look,
Bear Jones.
Brother, we talked about LSU. In the notes it said dominant pitching, clean defense.
Timely hitting.
Capitalize on mistakes, timely hitting. You saw one timely hit.
That's all it took.
You saw dominant pitching, and the defense was impeccable. Like, were there a few miscues here and there? Like, Braswell to end the first had a kind of off-target throw to Bear. What did Bear do, though? Made a play. Snagged it, tagged it. You're out of there. Like, that defense in that game, as much as Kade had the confidence in himself because of what he was doing on the mound, that defense was impressive. Like, you want to talk about not giving them a chance to breathe. The inning that I put a star next to for LSU, or technically it was LSU defensively, for Coastal Carolina, when they started the top of the third with a hit by pitch and then a single to put 2-1, I was like, okay, this feels like a Coastal Carolina inning. Like, this is who they are. This is how they scored against Arizona. It's how they beat Oregon State. It's how they battled with Louisville. Like, this is what they do. You hit a batter, and then you get a single. Now it's 2-1, no outs. What happens after that? Defense happens. Fielder's choice, fields the bunt, Kade Anderson. Lead runner at third. Out. Essentially a strikeout.
It was a one-pitch strikeout.
One-pitch strikeout. After that, a strikeout, an actual strikeout. Now there's 2 outs, the runner's still on. And then the defense steps up. Braswell plays through the whistle. That's what your coaches always tell you when you're growing up. Hey, play through the whistle. Don't stop. You never know what's going to happen. Play through the whistle. Brazzy plays through the whistle, misses the first tag, misses the second tag, got him. Out of the inning. Massive. Right there, in that moment, my confidence shot through the roof.
That could have been a broken inning.
That could have been. To me, that was the inning for Coastal Carolina.
They did it against Arizona. Those types of things that happen to different ball clubs that don't play, you could say through the whistle, through the out, continue until I hear out or safe. Keep the tag going, go back and get him again. You saw Braswell. That's why he's out there.
That's why he's out there.
We talked about it, but we talked about it before the game. Like, I don't care if it's a lefty-righty, righty-righty, whatever matchup it is. You want that defense out there. He made another massive play late in the game. That showed you. He did. He made that. 3 plays. There's 3 RBIs in my mind. That's what we talked about. I heard it from Milazzo, which is from the horse's mouth. Somebody that has struggled at some points whenever he played for LSU at the dish, where he's like, all right, fine. If I'm not going to be able to contribute in the batter's box, I sure as hell going to contribute on the defensive end. You've seen Braswell do that day in, day out, and he definitely gave it. That's why you couldn't take him out.
Right.
You couldn't.
It was, I don't know what came first, but it was the bunt that he fielded, saved an out. The guy got the second, but he threw him out. It was the tag that he left on the guy running the third.
Right.
And then it was the play late in the game where he's throwing across his body, fielding shortstop's position because the shortstop's deep, fielding that play, and then throwing the guy out at first. Those 3 plays, I don't know if there's a run that comes across there, but those are huge plays in this baseball game.
No, I mean, that was as big-time a performance from the defensive side of the ball as you could ask. Like, Kade Anderson, Michael Braswell, Stephen Milam, Bear Jones, Daniel Dickinson, Derek Curiel, Chris Stanfield, Jake Brown. as clean of a game from all 9 positions. Luis Hernandez, all 9 positions defensively, dominant. That's what travels. Pitching, that's what travels. We've talked, like in basketball, the saying is defense wins championships. Your defense can travel anywhere, regardless of the size of the field, regardless of the weather, regardless of any of the – that travels, and you saw it tonight. LSU wins 1-0 to go ahead 1-0 in the series. The Tigers now have 2 opportunities to take this bad boy home and win number 8. What a game.
I'd like to see the stat on – look, LSU has not won it yet, but I would like to see the stat on how many teams have won behind the game, meaning they lose the first game and win the last 2.
We'll talk about that after it's all over.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I get your thought process,
I'd like to see the stat.
but we'll talk about it on Tuesday.
That doesn't matter because if LSU does lose tomorrow, then you're right back in the Arkansas Little Rock. 1-1. It doesn't matter what happened.
Mine against yours.
Yeah,
I get it. We'll talk about that on Tuesday.
We'll talk about it on never, hopefully. But, yeah.
What a game.
What a game. And celebrate the win tonight because it was a massive one to be able to get 1 run in the first and then nothing. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, LSU can win in a multitude of ways, and they're saying it in the chat, like Kade Anderson and Michael Braswell might have won you that baseball game defensively alone. And how tough is Poppy back behind the plate, like that we can throw any pitch and any count, and his ability to even give you something offensively. Like you saw it time and time again, and LSU wasn't able, like in another game where Bear Jones has his struggles at the dish, LSU was still able to win. Like that's what it's become, where you might get 3 for 5 with 2 homers and a double. You might get him to hit a walk-off single, but to hold the rope, play another great game defensively as he did at first base, because that's a huge play. Like those are the games that those types of plays in playoff baseball make the difference of coming off the bag and making the tag. That thing could get by you, it's a double. That thing he could slide and you're not able to make the tag. That's a single. That extends the inning. Like those types of plays, Kade Anderson fielding the bunt and going to third. Like those types of plays are winning baseball. And you're seeing it by LSU time and time again, and it's because who you have on the mound, who you have behind you, and then at some point you just have to believe the offense is going to show up. And that's been the formula for LSU all year, and that's why you're 1 game away from trying to get number 8.
Yeah, no, I mean, as good of a performance as you could ask. You look down the order, LSU's able to win a game where Currio goes 1 for 3, Fry 0 for 4, Milam 2 for 3, Brown goes 1 for 4, Jones 0 for 4, Hernandez 1 for 3, Stanfield 0 for 3, Dickinson 1 for 3, Braswell 0 for 3. LSU wins that baseball game.
7 hits?
Let me see the total stats. LSU 6 hits on the night. 2 walks.
You don't win a lot of baseball games getting 8 people on.
And
unless you have somebody like Kade Anderson absolutely shove, which he did tonight. Complete game, can't be mentioned enough. Complete game. When you had, like, what a seminal performance. Like, take a bow, take the hat off, all of it, to go out there and do that as a sophomore. Obviously draft eligible, but
that's his second year out of high school.
No, when he goes from a guy that was pitching on Tuesday and Wednesday
against Southeastern,
to, like, maybe he could be a back-end guy on Sunday, steps up, he's like, oh, he's been a pitcher on Friday, and never relinquished the role, and then it becomes
the best pitcher.
He ain't losing if Kade Anderson's on the mound.
No, the best pitcher in college baseball.
Absolutely.
Like,
what a
I said it this morning.
Fucking dog.
Like, you want to, like, tonight was the night for Kade Anderson to announce himself and make sure the world knows.
What more could he have done? And he did more than that.
He could have came out in the 7th, 7 innings, shutout baseball, and it would have been tip of the cap.
Kade.
He said, you know what?
Kade, I'm going again.
I'll be right back out there for the 8th.
And it was awesome to be a part of that number, because when he came back out in the 8th,
they
were like, oh, he ain't coming out then.
The
like,
energy in the stadium.
Because we asked the question amongst ourselves, like, does he go back out? I was like, he absolutely. We're like, yeah. Everybody was like, he's going back out.
If it goes to if you would have gone to a 10th inning, he would have been back on that bump. Like, you could feel it in the stadium.
There was no world in which he was coming out.
The only way he comes out of that game is if he gets shelled for a double or a home run. That's the only thing that's pulling him out of that baseball.
Guess what?
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was
nothing close to it.
You could feel it in the stadium when he walked back out to start that 9th inning. Everyone's up on their feet. Everyone's either cheering, and the cheers go from cheers to just silence.
Because you're enjoying what you're seeing.
What you're watching. There were a handful of cameras out videoing it. Obviously, I got some videos of us going absolutely crazy.
Want to know?
Just sit and watch and admire history. Like, you want to talk about, we talk about LSU lore all the time. Like, guys that make their name and announce, like, Ackenhausen in 23, Hurd in 23, Herring, like the guys Ty Floyd that make their name and put themselves in the lore. Kade Anderson's put a season together, but what we witnessed tonight was one that will forever be, when you talk about lists of performances by LSU pitchers or players in baseball, LSU baseball history, this will be in the mix every single conversation.
If what you want to happen happens, because it'll get forgotten if not.
Yeah. I think regardless. Like, I agree with you, because it'll be forgotten if regardless what you saw tonight.
But tonight, lore.
Legendary. Like, 9 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs, shutty, CG, 130 pitches, when after 2 innings, he was at 40.
That's what was wild to me, because it's kind of like me watching for penalty flags. Like, I look at the pitch count way more than I should.
I look at the end of every inning.
I'll look at it. Yeah, exactly. And when I saw 40, I was like, he'll be, if it keeps going this way, he'll be at 80-4, and then he'll be at 106. Like, I don't know if he'll be able to finish this. And then he comes out and does what Kade, no doubt, but he comes out and does what Kade Anderson does. When he gets in that groove, and I actually looked at one of the dads that we were watching it with, and I go, he's starting to pitch quick.
Yep.
And whenever he starts getting the ball and going, that means he's found something in either his delivery or arm slot, whatever it is, pitch calling, that it becomes, hold on, I'm dictating the pace of this game. Because guess what? When you're pitching, game don't start until I start.
Yep.
And whenever you realize that and you go, I've got my shit today, get me and get going. Like, there's nothing you can do. And you saw, like, what the Chanticleers try to do, get hit by pitches, and you saw the catcher step into 2. And then what happened with Daniel Dickinson, I'll never know.
Disgusting.
Like, what's the ruling?
Absolute abysmal performance by the umpire and crew in the bottom of the 7th.
For that.
Terrible. Not just that, there were other, but that specifically, one, it's a 3-2 count. It's way up in the zone. You watch
it would have been a ball regardless.
You watch the video. He's not, like, to me, what should be the ground that you look at to make that call should be the plate. If that ball is over the plate, whether it's high or low, whatever, if it's over the plate and Dickinson is reaching into the plate to get hit, it's a why are we rewarding a bad pitch? The pitch was awful. It's up, it's high, it's in. Dickinson is not over the plate. He's in the batter's box. His elbow's not reaching over the dish.
No.
The pitch was bad. He brought it like this. It hit him.
Not just that, but if you look at the graphic they looked at, when he brought his elbow in, it dipped a little bit into the ball, but he's pulling his elbow in. The action was to pull the elbow in.
He's not sticking it out over the plate.
And this is the second time Dickinson has been involved in this.
Yes. To me, that's 2 different things.
And the first time he was called, and that one didn't seem any different than the next one.
Yeah.
Like, his load, and then he's trying to pull his elbow in, and then he's trying to, because, I mean, as a hitter, you're taught to get up and in, and then he's trying to, I'm trying to check, if I'm trying to take a pitch or I'm trying to swing, and if I go like this, I'm not moving towards the baseball, but my natural instinct is to go this way and see where it is. You have a 0.5 seconds to make a decision if it's a strike or a ball, much less to put your elbow out like that. That's not what he was doing. Like, this part of the game has gotten lost in the review, and we said it during the pregame. Like, that's the intentional hit by pitch. It used to be absolute flail. Like, put it over the edge of the plate and get hit. This load and then try to go, that's not trying to get hit by a pitch. That's just not moving. Like, if I see one coming inside and I feel like I might get hit, it's not my fucking job to get out the way.
No. It's a bad pitch. Why are we rewarding a bad pitch?
It would be a ball anyway.
Like if Daniel
that
Dickinson
much in,
drops to his back and lays down horizontally on the ground,
it's ball 4.
It's ball 4. He's taking first base. But now it's a strikeout and he's out because it hit him.
Because you had that's where they have got to make a decision. Like I talked about the catch, no catch. It's the exact. You have to make a decision on what the rule is, as opposed to doing a case by case basis as to did he lean in a little bit. It's like you're entitled to that entire batter's box.
Yes.
That's called. What is it called?
The batter's box.
That's my
it's
arena.
Mine. It's mine.
If you come in here and you hit me, you hit me.
It's a great way to put it.
It is.
What it is.
It's like if he's reaching over the plate, it's different.
That's what the call used to be. That's what the rule is there for. Is if you were going.
Like to me,
trying to catch one and be like that's Bush League.
Murray State.
Murray State have to dive out the way to get out.
No,
of the
Murray State versus
If I
Arkansas.
get hit, I'm a fucking dog.
Yeah.
If Murray State versus Arkansas, I felt like the batter's elbow went out towards the plate. Dickinson
over the line.
Did not reach towards the plate.
And even if you do,
unbelievable.
That doesn't make it a strike.
It's a terrible call.
Kevin Vircher, the rule is moving into the path of the ball. Bad rule. It's so stupid.
Coach Kev.
The path of a ball? If the pitch is bad, the pitch is bad. Don't reward it. It was baffling that call was made.
The rule's stupid.
Yeah, no,
in the
Kev,
seventh.
hey,
No,
good
not
coach,
you.
good
That's
coach,
what I'm talking about. I'm
good
talking about the
coach.
rule.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So if he do you want them to, you want flopping integrated into baseball now to where you go?
I mean, what do you expect the batter to do?
No, you flail and get out the way. And
Right.
go, oh my God, I almost got hit.
Yeah,
Warning.
who can make that decision in 0.5 of a second to move? Like a flop happens from contact. You get time to think. Like whenever I would flop in high school when I'm taking a charge, I'm setting my feet to take the charge. I know I'm flopping 10 seconds before there's any contact.
I'm seeing the contact.
I know what's coming.
Anticipating it.
Baseball, you can't what
You
do you expect them to do?
But you're also making a snap decision of this is going to hit me. I don't have to do anything. I'd rather it hit me than.
Good thing you've got Kade Anderson and that defense behind him. That call, because if that call would have carried weight,
it's so important
in this game. Luckily, it didn't, because you're looking back and LSU wins and it didn't matter.
So important.
If that call carries weight,
LSU could have scored in that inning.
Oh my gosh, that's Dickinson lead off batter. It's now an out. And then Braswell grounds out. That's 2 outs. Curiel singles, Fry strikes out.
So it could have been man on third with.
It could have been. What could have happened? Dickinson's on first. Braswell grounded out. Braswell bunts. It gets Dickinson to second. On Curiel single, he scores. It's 2-0.
That's so important.
It's luckily, looking back at it, it doesn't really matter because LSU wins. And Kade Anderson and that defense did what they did. But I guarantee you, if it would have carried weight, that would be all I was talking about tonight.
Did they, per the guy in the ESPN booth and the objective officiating outside the game, did they get the call right? Do we have an answer on that?
No, it's the most subjective thing of all time because they don't know the rule. Nobody knows the rule because it's a new rule. It used to not be like this. I'm telling you, I remember early 2000s, late 2000s. Now we're in 2020, where it's if we look at it 16 different times, it look like you're overanalyzing something that's such a natural movement of the body.
It's simple.
Real time would be better.
No, it shouldn't even. Yeah, it would have to be an overt action to be able to get in the way of the pitch, as opposed to did they lean a little bit? You don't know their swing path. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know how hard it is. It's 97 inside.
That's what I'm saying. The real time graphic of it would probably be a better angle to it than the slow mo 0.3 speed.
That's what I'm saying. The more you slow it down, the more you open it up for conjecture, and it's slowly ruining a good part of the sport. I understand that you want to protect the inside part of the zone, but it has to be egregious. It has to be a flagrant of, dude.
He's leaning in.
There's no way he didn't try to get hit by this pitch. What I just saw wasn't that.
No, not at all. And to me, it absolutely ruined that moment in the game, because then all you can think about right then is what just happened.
Every call after that.
Because then there was the Fry, the Fry AB later on to close out that inning. It's a check swing that they say he went.
And that's always.
But even if it was, nobody in that stadium that's wearing purple or gold is going to think that, because of what they just witnessed on the Dickinson call. They've all got their mind focused on you just screwed up. Every call you make from here on is a problem.
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Like it messes with the flow of the game from a from an entertainment standpoint. You want it like
it almost got me kicked out if you really think about it.
It did almost get you kicked out. I mean, if you saw in the video I put out, freaking Christians jumping over railings and yelling, cursing, and screaming.
I wasn't cursing.
And the old ladies are, get this child out of here.
I'm watching it again, and there's, who are you? Noah Beanick, 11.7 is unbelievable sometimes. The intentional hit by pitch rule is being called correctly in this situation. Daniel Dickinson gets his entire body out of the way except his elbow, which he drops into the pitch. The only thing I would change in this scenario is that it makes no sense to call his pitch a strike. He's right about it. Shouldn't be a strike.
Shouldn't be a strike.
This shit is inside. Like, dude, I have the right to be able to do whatever I want with that pitch.
Yep.
It's a 3-0 count. What if he keeps his arms up? It's a walk.
You shouldn't have to make a flagrant effort to get out of the way.
No, you shouldn't.
Fair enough.
No. You're in my territory. Like I said, stand my ground.
The positive is
it's fucking
it didn't matter.
Unbelievable.
It didn't matter.
It's just so shitty.
No, I agree. But the net positive is that it didn't matter because of what LSU and their ace, Kade Anderson, and that defense went out and did after that, where they close out that game. They win at the response in the top of the 8th. There's a fly out, ground out, then there's a walk, and then a strikeout by Kade to close it out there. You have a big single from Brown after that ends up being a double play by Bear, and then to close out the game, strikeout, ground out, pinch hit, he gets walked, then a fly out to Jake Brown to close it out. The big positive of that, like as much as we talked about that play, it didn't end up mattering.
No.
Now, hopefully, we don't have to talk about it again, because it didn't end up mattering tonight, because LSU had a all-time performance by Kade Anderson and a huge performance by the guys behind him in Luis Hernandez, Daniel Dickinson, Michael Braswell, Chris Stanfield, Jared Jones, Jake Brown, Stephen Mile, everybody that was on the field behind Kade Anderson made it happen tonight. Huge, huge win for LSU, as Coastal has to use 2 pitchers. They throw Fluky, and then, if I can remember the other man's name right, Dominic Carbone, I believe, which is not their best bullpen arm. They still have, we will have a pregame show again tomorrow to talk about tomorrow. It is going to be a dogfight tomorrow again, because everybody's got their best. Morrison's ready to go again for Coastal. Ionson's ready to go for LSU. You've still got Evans, Cowan, Shores. They still have Johnson, Lynch. They've got their guy.
It's a reset.
It's time to go. It's going to be massive.
Be up 1-0, and if you want to say that, I don't think Coastal pitched off. I think
Fluky was legit.
Yeah, exactly. And they had to save their save just because of a pitch count. Like, you didn't want to bring him into a situation where he had to go pitch for pitch against somebody that was clearly going to go a complete game. And so now you feel like you have at least an opportunity to win with the guy that's got an extra day's rest. If they wanted to be able to try to win that game, they'd have brought him out the pen.
Yeah, no, I mean,
they'd have done what LSU was done before, where you see Ianson get loose. But that was a Kade Anderson shove day. That was a Kade Anderson finish this thing out. But if you're LSU, the conversation shifts tomorrow to go, Anthony Ianson, like, how long is the leash? Because of how many arms you have fresh in that bullpen. And I would say it's as long as you want it to be.
To me, it's the same exact conversation that you just had about Kade Anderson. Yeah, if he goes out and performs the way that Ianson has performed the last couple of months,
I don't care if he gives up 3.
I don't care.
The rhetorical question is what are you saving him for? Nothing right now.
No, it wouldn't be saving him. It's to try to save less runs being scored.
But you don't have any other games after this. So, let him throw until he can't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've always been in that camp, but I'm saying, like, if you're trying to get in a situation where you give up 2 in the first and there's runners first and second with nobody out, do you pull him? Or do you go run your horse out, just because LSU has so many arms left that could stifle that momentum? I'm in the camp of Ionson's been able to figure it out. He's given up, 5 against Nebraska?
Yeah, they'll pull him in that situation.
I don't think they do. I think you let him figure it out because I think you let him go because Jay has continued to say anytime he gets himself in a spot, he's the guy I trust the most to get out of it. So I was just bringing that up. It's not something that I think is going to happen.
No,
it's just something to think about because
you've got everybody.
You have so many arms left that what would you do if that happened to if you feel like you're going to give up 6? Would you rather do that and burn your second ace or let him work through it and give up 6? It's like, offense, go win the game, boys.
Yeah, I mean, you have multiple ways you can win.
Are you playing for a game 3? I don't know.
My biggest positive in that thought process is I wholly trust the guy at the helm to make the right decision.
Yep.
Jay Johnson is going to make the right move because he has time after time again. There's no reason to not trust that man.
Shout out God.
Shout out Jay Johnson.
Shout out Jay Johnson.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be.
Made the right call with Browsy today.
Yeah, no, I mean,
you can't say he didn't.
He's
absolutely.
Browsy's in the lineup forever now. I mean, there's only 2 more games, but he doesn't get taken out, right?
No, I mean,
there's no way. The defense is
it's saving you, dude.
Yes, no, you just won a 1-0 ball game
because of your defense.
Because of your defense and your pitching. That's why the team is constructed the way it is. That's why Braswell's in the lineup.
It's like painting a picture.
I wonder if they move Milam up to second next game. We'll save this for tomorrow.
We'll say, something tomorrow. No, I agree. But, yeah, no, I mean, there's going to be some moves, but I think that
I'm on to the next one.
There's so many good questions.
And we'll get into all of that tomorrow, talking about tomorrow's game.
What time do they play?
They play at 1:30 tomorrow, so it is going to be hot.
Early pregame.
It'll be an early show.
I want to go out to the bar.
Well, let's go.
It'll be an early show tomorrow.
9 to 11?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it early in the morning. We'll let you guys know when we go live.
Or maybe we'll just...
If we go early, we go to Rocco's early.
Yeah, there is a world in which you do it earlier, you get to have more fun. There's so many people here.
I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing.
I'm going to get Noah to take a shot of whiskey.
The game is being played at 1:30, which means it's not going to end at 10 p.m. It's going to end at 4:30, and you have
I need to find
the
a ride
rest
home.
of your day to do whatever. You do. But what a game. What a night. LSU wins it 1-0 to go ahead 1-0 against Coastal Carolina in the College World Series
Kade Anderson,
Finals.
You dog.
Kade Anderson, once again, Mount Rushmore performance at LSU. We've had multiple questions in the chat. Where does it rank along with Skeens versus Wake Forest?
I asked the same question in the Uber. That's a good question.
No, you were asking a different question, but I'll...
No, but it ranks with Skeens.
It's right there with it.
Skeens conversation. It gets him there.
Because to me, taking out the context of who you're pitching against...
You tried to compare the entire year.
Yeah.
No, I did.
That was wrong.
Okay, that's an argument to be had. I'm not saying Cade's better. It is a conversation to be had.
Cade has had a phenomenal year.
From the regional to now, it is a conversation to be had. Look, we also we don't overrate Skeens because Skeens is what he was. But Skeens' success in MLB
that's a dumb.
That doesn't weigh
Stop
into.
it.
I don't watch the MLB. That weighs into none of my argument about Skeens.
It does inherently. It does.
It was the greatest pitching performance for an entire season anyone has ever witnessed.
That's fine, but Cade just threw a complete game shutout in the World Series.
That's one.
Finals.
Don't get me wrong. I'm with you on this game.
The first game you think about with Paul Skeens is the Wake Forest game. The first game you think about with Kade Anderson now is the Coastal Carolina first game.
Paul Skeens was facing Rhett Lauder and Wake Forest
in elimination
lineup that was unbelievable with his life on the line.
That's fine. Cade did College World Series Finals complete game shutout. Like we can.
No, I'm with you. You're not talking about one game. You're talking about a season.
Yes.
The season Skeens put together from tip to tail, from start to finish, will never be touched.
Strikeouts, no. But I'm just saying the consistency. Look. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying it puts him in the conversation.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
To deny that,
I'm not denying the conversation.
Because
I'm just saying there's really not that much of a conversation.
I think
I'm impressed with the season that has been had. Kade Anderson has been huge for LSU. Massive. The game we just witnessed, right there with Skeens versus Wake Forest.
God, that's disgusting.
But there's no reason to compare the seasons.
Enjoy tonight.
Enjoy tonight.
Enjoy tonight.
Yes, we can.
What a game.
You jumped on me.
Well, because of that is disgusting.
Disgusting. Gosh.
But I mean, to go back to tonight, all-timer, Mount Rushmore performance. You want to talk about performances by an LSU pitcher? This one right here should be forever in the lore.
Oh, people are loving this conjecture.
I mean, yeah, it's a great question.
No, it is.
Look,
I think
we're probably going to debate it after the show. And
Of
I'm
course.
not saying Kade is better. I am not saying Kade is better. What I am saying, though, is that he is in the conversation. His season was special. The way he finished the season was even. It's not. I don't know if it's better than the Wake Forest game, but it's definitely there.
No, that's an all. Dude, I can give Kade more flowers. Like that was an all-time performance.
Yes.
But
I don't know the numbers, and I don't care about the numbers.
I mean,
What
Kade
I am
has been.
saying, they're in the same conversation.
Season? No, they are. Like bar for bar, single game season. They are very close, and that's where I can understand your MLB point of like what the Skeens done. Like that's different. But what they've done at LSU, and they're both their 1 years, if you hold them right next to each other, like the Skeens numbers are crazy. But what Cade's done with pretty similar numbers, just not as dominant numbers, is also unbelievable. He might be, if not the second best pitcher, the third best pitcher in LSU history. Yes, that's why I said Mount Rushmore. He's on that Mount Rushmore. It's Ben McDonald. It's Paul Skeens. It's probably Kade Anderson.
Yes.
Like what's there to debate about that? You're in the top three.
Yeah.
You're in the conversation. He's been unbelievable this year, and there's not a world in which he is not unbelievable. Yeah. The Skeens thing lives in lore because he came in off the map. It's a Joe Burrow-esque performance where if you only have 2019 in a vacuum of transfer in 1 year, like who the fuck is this guy? Blew everybody out the water. That's why the Paul Skeens resonate so much. This is a kid from Louisiana that came in and you saw flashes of it his freshman year, comes in his sophomore year, absolutely fucking dominates, and that's why he can have the Burrow conversation. But you have to cap it off with a ring. But it's been that same kind of, they're like, you were pretty good last year. Now, holy shit, you might be the first overall pick.
Yeah.
Like, you thought he was coming back.
Yeah.
And now it's like, dude, you gotta go. Like, I get what you're saying. You're not wrong. Mm-hmm. But the Skeens is held up here still. And Kade Anderson is a tick below it for whatever reason, because of recency bias, maybe. Or because it looks so absolutely, utterly dominant.
Kade recency bias? Is that what you're saying?
You know, I'm saying the Paul Skeens because it came out of nowhere.
I agree with that.
It was like, oh, he's a pitcher, catcher. He might play both ways. And he steps on the rubber and he goes 102, 102, 102. You're like, oh, shit. That's different. And then you get the Major League Baseball part of it where it's like he's shoving. And I get that. What Kade has done is unbelievable.
The reason I compare is
and shout out Yetsky.
I don't know numbers, first of all. I don't know numbers.
I'm about to read you the numbers if you'd like me to.
College numbers?
Yes.
Like single season, college.
High school numbers.
Christian. We don't need Air Force MLB numbers. We don't.
I'm not talking. Of course.
Why would he do that?
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
Who do you think I am?
Hand me that.
Because
some people would.
I'm not some people.
No.
Kade Anderson after tonight, 12-1 record. I don't have the ERA calculated. But before tonight, it was a 3.44.
Okay.
Well, it probably went lower, I'd have to say.
Yep. 19 appearances, 19 starts, 2 complete games, 119 innings pitched, has given up 91 hits, 44 runs total, 180 strikeouts to 35 base on balls. Okay? Paul Skeens, 13-2 record, 19 appearances, 19 starts, same there.
Okay.
2 complete games as well. ERA 1.69. 122 and 2/3 innings pitched, 72 hits allowed, only 28 runs allowed.
How many pitches did Kade allow, and how many runs did Kade allow?
How many pitches did he allow? How many runs did Kade allow? He allowed 40.
How many innings did he pitch? Sorry.
He pitched 110 innings.
Okay.
So 12 less innings pitched.
Skeens has a sub-2 ERA.
16 more runs. Allowed 16 more runs in 12 less innings.
He had a couple clunkers in there.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens.
Not many.
209 strikeouts to 20 base on balls.
That's insane.
Kade Anderson, 180 strikeouts.
That's also
to
insane.
35 walks. Like, I'm not saying.
How many strikeouts did Paul have?
209.
Look.
Look, I'm with you.
Like I said, I never said Kade was better. And I feel like I'm getting double teamed right now. But
Well,
I will say this. There is a conversation to be had.
When did you
because
single
of the
season? You had that's Paul
performance.
season of 1 year.
Well, Cade's 1 year.
Yeah,
I'm
with you.
just said. It was a great year. Like, unbelievable. And that's
He's
why I
on
think it's
Mount
worth it.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
He is top 3.
Skeens is 1 of 1.
He is top 3. Skeens is just 1.
If you start
Like I love the way that Glimmer said it in the chat. He said, where's it at? He said there was a difference. Paul Skeens is the GOAT, and Kade is GOATed, which I think is
Fair
right.
enough. No, that's what I said. Paul's 1, Cade's 2. There's a conversation though. It's not cut
McDonald
clear
is
dry.
1.
There's not. It's not.
Ben did it for 4 years.
Look. If we want to talk about GOAT conversations,
We're just talking about
LeBron is
single
the
seasons.
GOAT. MJ
But I'm with you on that.
is GOATed.
He's on the list. He's on the list.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's right
But I
there.
appreciate the vigor in what you argue
Look,
with.
there has to be a conversation though, otherwise we don't have a GOAT.
Oh, Messina, shifting the conversation.
Uh-huh.
Shortstop not flipping it to their second baseman. That Fry ground ball was a huge mistake. Had time, good thing he didn't. Yeah, like it's those little things that we talk about defensively that LSU does well. And it's that it's 90 feet. A bobble here, a bobble there.
How long's the play?
You're safe.
I mean,
60 feet, 6 inches.
it is those, like you've seen it time and time again just in the College World Series, those mistakes, those one little moments, these things that happen carry weight. That's why this team is constructed the way it is. To not allow those mistakes. Every team that LSU's played so far in the postseason, we've said one thing about them, and it has been Arkansas, West Virginia, now Coastal. It was they will capitalize on your mistakes. LSU capitalize on mistakes.
Little ones.
That's how games are won. That's why you win 1-0. Messina just pointed it out. Mistakes. Those little things, they matter. Braswell fielding balls cleanly, delivering throws, not giving up on the tag at third to get out of that inning. He consistently made big-time plays. That's why he's in the lineup. It's worth 2 hits. Plays he makes on defense are worth hits. Like, that's just how it goes, man. Sometimes these things outweigh other things.
And
LSU does not give up those little inkling mistakes to allow other people to breathe.
And Messina brings it up in the chat. Brazzi on defense. We talked about it earlier, but it can't be understated. The plays that he made, especially in the 9th, like 8th and the 9th, wherever he was being able to absolutely rocket a ball over to first, and he's been working his ass off at third base. And they saw the video of him taking ground balls. They're like, he needs to be hitting in the cage. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, he knows where his value is right now, and it's to make sure he's ready for those moments and to play 9 innings and be able to play flawless defensively, and he's done that. He's saving you runs. He couldn't be better over there. And I'll say it again. I said it. I don't know if it was yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't know if I was in bed. I don't know if I was on the roof. I don't know where I was. But his ability to swallow a little bit of ego and go, I'll go play third.
Yeah.
And then to do that flawlessly and absolutely own the position and play it the way that he has and know his role and know what he's supposed to do, whether it be cover third on a bunt and not come crash because you have a left-hander on the mound that falls that way. It's like, oh, I got to get to third in case he wants to come this way. That's it, because there's a world in which they both go for it, nobody picks it up, and it's bases loaded.
Yes.
Instead, he sprints to the bag. Kade Anderson, played center field in high school? You could see the athleticism. That's another thing we don't talk about. LSU's athleticism on the mound to be able to fall this way, turn, look, my easiest throw is to third.
Yeah.
But to have the nuts to go over there and go,
Make the
tough.
play.
It's tough to go get the lead runner because it's going to be bang, bang. But Roswell's right there, bang, whip it to you.
Yep.
Look, 1 pitch, 1 strike, gone. See ya. That's a strikeout. Then Kade absolutely settled in right after that.
Yeah. No, I mean it.
That's on, as much as it's on Kade, that's on MB as well.
Yeah, and I will say, on top of just the defensive play,
He smoked one today, too.
Yes, and when Cade's warming up before the inning, when they're getting everything ready, everybody's getting warmed up before, whatever inning, between innings, Braswell was usually the last guy to catch the ball and bring it to Kade Anderson. The start of this game for Kade was rough. 3 walks in the first 2 innings. Braswell gets the ball, brings it to Kade, whispers something in his ear, hug like
that means something. That's a shortstop.
It's a part of a team. Like, your team needs guys that are leaders that have their back. He trusts. I guarantee you, Kade trusts Michael Braswell, the things he says, because he's a leader, and he shows leadership. Like Lloyd said, started shortstop all year last year. He was your starting shortstop. Didn't hear a single peep from Michael Braswell being upset that he is now at third base. You watched the video that LSU Baseball put out, where there might not be a player on this team that loves LSU in the purple and gold more than Michael Braswell does. He is the embodiment
of LSU.
Did he grow up in Louisiana?
No.
Did he grow up loving LSU?
Yes.
Is he soaking in every single moment and doing everything necessary to help LSU win baseball games? Yes. It's more than just the glove. It's also the person. He's a leader. He's a friend.
It's more than the bat.
He's a support. Like, all of these things play a factor.
That's when you have a championship team, championship mentality. We can harken back to 2024 if you want to. It didn't feel like this.
No.
Right? 2023 felt like this, where everybody's bought into the same exact goal. And Jay says it all the time. You could treat it as dog water. You could treat it as, oh, that's what a coach is supposed to say. He's like, I'll recruit the person as much as I recruit the player. That's recruiting the person. To bring in a guy like Braswell to come in and be like, hey, come be our everyday shortstop in 2024. Oh, actually, I think we have somebody coming in from Utah Valley State that's going to come play second. We're going to shift Milam to short. Are you cool playing third? Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's bought in at that point. Yeah.
No, it could have been easy for I'm leaving.
No, I'm saying that credit to Jay for buying him in so hard.
Right.
That he's.
But it could have been easy for I'm a shortstop.
Yes.
There's a lot of ego in baseball. There's I don't play third. I'm a shortstop. What did I do for you last year?
Yeah.
And you're gonna move me? No, it was the opposite. Yeah, third sounds great.
Let's win baseball games. Yeah. Let's win a national championship. And you saw the emotion. The only person in that video that was moved to that level of emotion was Michael Braswell. Loves it. And shout out to him for the performance he had tonight. 2 claps. Ready. Huge game, huge performance. LSU up 1-0 on Coastal Carolina after an all-time performance by Kade Anderson and the 8 guys around him defensively, and Monster Milam stepping up to the dish in the bottom of the first. LSU struck first. Curiel with an excellent, impeccable at-bat. Goes down 0-2. He fouls one off, takes a strike, fouls another off. 4 straight balls. Curiel with the patience and the ability makes it happen. Great AB. Fry grounds out, gets Curiel to second. Milam steps up, singles through the middle. Took a ball and then swung and missed. Swung and missed on the fastball 2 times in a row. He got a third fastball, middle. Single RBI. LSU up 1-0. Never looked back. They win the game 1-0. All-timer, man. All-timer. Still can't get over what I just witnessed with my own 2 eyes. Shout out to the LSU fan base packing that place out. It was flooded with purple and gold. The streets before the game, the stadium during the game. I saw one section 202, was the only solely Coastal Carolina section in that stadium. The family and friend section for Coastal Carolina had been infiltrated by purple.
Yep.
There was one Coastal section. Everything else was purple, man.
It looked like UCLA.
Shout out to the fan base, the purple and gold, the Tiger pride that was shown tonight, the Michael Braswell standing ovation in his first AB was beautiful.
It's going to be a Disney Channel movie.
Some of the pictures that came out from that were all-timers. What a night, man. What a game. LSU wins it. The Tigers are ahead 1-0. They've got 2 games to win 1 to bring home number 8. We will break it down tomorrow morning pregame of game number 2 as the Tigers and the Chanticleers face off tomorrow at 1:30 in the heat as LSU's got an opportunity to bring home number 8 tomorrow. Anthony Ianson on the mound.
Let's go.
I'm assuming Morrison on the mound for Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, has to be.
Let's do it, man. Like it, as good as it gets. This is, like, for all the guys that transferred in, like, this is why you come to LSU.
You saw Danny Dickinson before the game, like, after they closed out Arkansas. I was like, this is why you come to LSU. Yes. That's the same shit I fucking told him whenever he came in and did the interview, and I saw him again before he left for the tunnel. I was like, this is why you come here. He goes, this is why you fucking come here to win a national championship. Like, these guys know what it means, man. Like, and to have a coach like you have to be able to sell you a vision and then get you to the precipice of that vision, it moves mountains.
Yeah.
It moves mountains in recruiting. It moves mountains for these kids' lives. It moves mountains for the beliefs that they have in this year right now. Like, all of that matters, and this team is totally bought in on 27 outs tomorrow. What more do you want? What more can you ask for?
What more can you ask for? 27
With Anthony
outs
Ianson
away.
on the mound, 27 outs to go, and a lineup that can bang. Go get him. Close this thing out. Go get number 8. Go enjoy it. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Couldn't ask for anything more. LSU, Coastal Carolina. The Tigers have a chance to bring home number 8 tomorrow. Anthony Ianson on the bump. The rest of the pin ready to go. The fellas with the bats ready to swing them if you need them. Because if you have another performance like what you saw tonight, you might just not.
Is that Coke?
Yep, that's Diet Coke in that bottle.
Coke, yeah. I'm gonna need
What a game, man. What a night. Just, I still am in the, just like, enlightenment almost. Nirvana, it feels like, after what I just saw tonight from Kade Anderson.
I feel holy.
Like, yeah, that was impeccable.
I can go to sleep right
Beautiful.
now. I'll be fine.
I need to eat, but
That's what I'm saying. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I want to do something. But
You know what?
I can go to sleep right now and be totally fine with it.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry for number 8. I'm hungry for number 8. That's what I'm hungry for. And I know everybody in the purple and gold is as well.
Oh, what a number 8, Jay's way.
Tell Jay he can take my sandwich into the back and have his way with it.
Yeah. Put a ring on it.
Stop. All right, let's close it out here.
Tell Jay.
Go in the tunnel.
Thank you for watching.
Tell Jay to grab my.
Join us.
There's no safe word.
There's no safe word.
I'm not going to give a designated time because we said 12 amongst us yesterday, and
didn't happen.
1:30 today?
Well, look, the game is at
we went to a breakfast spot that Christian picked. Where
Christian took us a mile away from
hippiest.
The other ones were 0.6. That was 0.4.
That was not 0.4.
But the other ones were 0.6, so we could have been 2 miles away.
Now we've got scooters.
I fell off of one.
Lloyd did eat some pavement today.
No pavement, just grass. I know how to bail.
Hey,
I've only had 4 concussions. That was not number 5.
I'm a good scooter rider. You can ride with me.
I don't want to. I'm not doing Dumb and Dumber with you.
On me.
Oh, can I pee on you?
I mean, you've already put pepperonis on my side
Just
of the bed.
go, man. Just go.
We will be live tomorrow pregame. The game's at 1:30. That means from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon. You should be looking at Tingle Co. waiting for the notification at some point during that time.
Stream never dropped.
We will be live. Didn't drop one time. We're rocking and rolling here.
Nice.
Suck my dick, that dude in the comment section.
Appreciate all of you.
Everything you touch is suck.
LSU's got a chance tomorrow to bring home number 8. We will get you ready before the game. We will be back here post-game. And then whatever happens, then we'll see what happens on Monday. Go Tigers. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Go Tigers. T-I-G-E-R-S. Tigers. Want to know? He doesn't know how.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. I know you can still hear us. Play my theme music. Yeah. It's Tingle Co. It's Cordell's show.